Hey everyone, Ivan here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. It has been a while since I've recorded, probably about a month at this point, and there was a month in between episodes, and I apologize. I should probably explain where I was. At that time, I had gotten sick with the flu. I was out for maybe a week and a half, and then my wife got sick immediately after, so I mean, we're kind of like a duo. We're kind of a duo, married and all that. But once she was down and out of commission, it was just too hard to catch back up because we were trying to take care of each other. So we were Pikachu's already. Hey, Bijou, it's nice to see you. But it was a little hard to deal with that since we also have to work, and so I was going to work. I wasn't sick at the time, but I definitely didn't feel like I should have been working, and then I've just been dealing with a lot of sickness lately. Nothing too serious. This is all before the coronavirus really started to explode, but hopefully that's not something we're dealing with. But for sure, we're much better now. I just came off of like food poisoning, actually. But yeah, it's been about a month since I recorded. I really apologize for that gap. There won't be a gap like that again, probably for the foreseeable future. But thank you guys for sticking by. The reception of that Mount Moon video was pretty good. It was also very long, and it also took quite a bit to edit because it was like an hour long of footage and a lot of bios and a lot of route encounters. But thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me. Really appreciate it. Hopefully we can finish this series before the summer because there's another series right after. Well, that starts in fall. So hopefully I don't have two things going on my channel. That way, if one thing gets interrupted, I don't really have to, stress about the other thing. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we're back. So let's get into it by immediately showing you guys what I did off screen. I actually grinded a bit by doing a bunch of chain catching. Bijou is now level 19. Legiacris is level 19 as well, one level before evolving, and then we have a Buzz here at level 19. Everybody's just level 19 because I figured that's the best place to be. But before we fight the gym leader, we actually wanted to go into here, and we could actually talk to this lady here. Why don't you trade with your friends? You can get a lot more variety by trading. The Pokemon you get in trades grow quickly too. I guess she wasn't the one. Hold on, I think she's over here. Hi, do you want to trade about your Rattata for my Rattata? We're actually going to be talking about a brand new Pokemon because I don't have a Rattata. Well, anyways, let me explain what she gives you. This girl actually gives you a Alolan Rattata for a regular Cantonian Rattata. So Alolan Pokemon are Pokemon that are kind of like the Delta series of Pokemon cards, if that makes any sense, if anyone of you used to collect cards. But anyways, they are old Pokemon that have adapted to different lifestyles in different regions. Therefore, they get different typings and different abilities, sometimes different stats, but in this case, not so much. Alolan Rattata evolves into Alolan Raticate. They are dark normal types rather than just being a normal type. That's pretty much it. They change in design. Some of them have like different abilities. This game doesn't have abilities, so it doesn't really matter. If there's a stat difference, you'll see it on screen. If not, just a quick bio just to show you guys what it was. But yeah, if you're interested in some Alolan Pokemon, I will be going over where to get those when we get to that town. Cerulean is the first city you can actually do this in, so yeah, that's one of the Alolan Pokemon. Maybe you'll see one on my team, maybe you won't, I don't know. Maybe who's I don't know. Anyways, hopefully that worked. I'm using a new pop filter, so normally I get really close to the mic and I just whisper sweet nothings, but I'm just really excited to be back, guys. You guys have no idea. Anyways, one more thing before we go on, we are going to talk to this man here. Hey, you! Do you want me to teach you a marvelous move to your Pikachu? Yes, I would. Zippy Zap? What is that? Anyway, Zippy Zap is a unique move only your partner Pikachu can learn, and partner Pokemon Eevee can actually learn up to 3 moves. You'll see them on screen now and what each move does. I don't have them memorized just because I don't have Pikachu, I don't have Eevee, and I should have looked them up before this video, but it completely went over my head. But he gets actually 3 different moves because it can evolve into different types of Pokemon, and Eevee can only evolve into 1. But anyways, it doesn't matter because Pikachu actually has the most busted move. So we'll actually go ahead and look at that real quick. The reason why it's busted is because, 50 power, 100 accuracy. You're like, oh, what's the big deal, Ivan? Look at this. The user attacks the target with bursts of electricity at high speed, alright? This move always goes first and always results in a critical hit. That move, that doesn't need to say 50, it needs to say 100. But either way, that move is incredibly powerful. It's always gonna hit first, always gonna hit you with a butt ton of damage, and it's always gonna bypass any defense setup. Because as you know, or if you didn't know, if a critical hit will bypass stat drops, and it'll also bypass stat growths. So like things like defense, and harden, and moves that increase your defense, doesn't matter when you get a critical hit because you'll zap right through them. But anyways, we wanted to go ahead and learn that because that move is almost essential in beating Misty. Or at least it was to me, because I'm a dummy, and when I fought her the first time, I only had Thundershock, and I was also level 16. So anyways, this episode we're gonna fight Misty. Sorry, oh, I just hit the mic stand real quick for a second. But I've been recording for 6 minutes, and we just now got to Misty. But either way, let's get into it. Let's go ahead. Hi, you're a new face. What's your policy on Pokemon? What's your approach? My policy for battle is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Misty, the world-famous beauty, is your host. My sweet Pokemon are ready. Are you? Yes, Misty, the second Pokemon gym. We are God. We're a fourth of the way there. I was about to say an eighth of the way there, but God, what is wrong with me? Anyways, Misty, the water-type gym leader, will have 2 different Pokemon. The first one being a Psyduck, level 18, knowing only 2 moves, Water Gun and Confusion. Normally this could be an issue for people if you didn't have Zippy Zap here, but with 1 Zippy Zap, we're actually gonna knock the hell out of that Psyduck and move on to her second Pokemon. Yeah, Zippy Zap is really broken. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, it doesn't normally fall off late game, but you know, it's stupid busted. Anyways, the next Pokemon Misty has is Starmie. Now this one, although being nerfed from the other games, because normally it's like level 21, this game is level 29, and it does have not so strong of moves as it normally has. This Pokemon has Scald, Psywave, and Swift. It could still deal a good amount of damage. If you are not ready, this thing can sweep an entire team. Like for sure, if Pikachu weren't here, if Bijou weren't here, this thing would sweep my team, because Lagiacrus can't do anything, and Buzz is gonna die to 1 Psywave. Even look, that did like a third of my damage and burned me, because Scald is such a great move. But yeah, if you're not really ready for this, you should probably train. There's no shame in training. But like I said, if you have a Pikachu, you're gonna be completely fine, because look at that. I just wiped the floor with it. And there we go. We got the second gym leader just done like that, because Zippy Zap OP. And Bijou grows to level 20. Ooh, I got a little special defense in there. And we beat Misty. Wow, you're too much. Alright, you can have the Cascade badge to show that you beat me. I will never get over how cute that is. And she actually gives us Scald, which is an incredible move because as you saw in the battle, it actually has a chance to burn Pokemon. And that burn is such a good status ailment. It can, I don't know, I'm gonna put it on screen right now. Because it used to cut attack directly in half, but I'm not so sure if it still does that. Alrighty, and after that cut, we're gonna go to the Pokemon Gym, the Pokemon Center, and we're actually gonna just heal up real quick because we are immediately moving out of town. Now that we actually beat, not only did Bill's side quest, main quest, and we actually beat Misty, I'm actually thinking about calling it an episode. I'm just kidding. We've been recording for like 10 minutes. We're definitely going a little longer, but anyways, now that we've actually beaten 2 of those, or those 2 little side quests that you can do, we are going to be able to leave Cerulean City. I know it is usually blocked off. Hey, give me back my Pokeball. Oh, how could I do such a thing? I need to keep an eye on this house. Get back here. So yeah, now that we've done that, we can actually leave by going through this house. Alright, so look at what Team Rocket have done to my house. Then they stole my TM and the one that could teach Pokemon like Mankey and Sandshrew the move Dig. I like how it gives you those, because they're in Route 4. Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into something no good. The TM is called Dig that they stole, and she literally was, they're trying to dig their way into something good. Maybe they just want the TM, dude. Anyways, through this big ass hole in the wall we go. Oh, I've never thought about how stupid it was, but Officer Jenny was right there and never once said anything to this man. Oh, who's this man just turned around in all black and outside of a burglarized house? Oh my god. I actually have never thought about how stupid it is that Team Rocket is still just chilling here right after burglarizing this home, but whatever. Anyways, here we go, another fight with a Team Rocket Grunt, leading with Raticate. They're getting stronger, that's cool. Anyways, it doesn't matter, because I am Bijou, and I have Zippy Zap at my disposal, and I'm going to launch myself into you, and that was close. Like, that's pretty good. Either way, just another Zippy Zap, and we'll probably finish him. I mean, who's to say, man? He might be able to live. Anyways, we finish him off, and there we go. That was Team Rocket Grunt number 1 after Mount Moon. Stop! I give up. I'll leave quietly. Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. And we received TM10 Dig. I better get moving. Bye! And he leaves all sad. And he's not gonna give it back to the people he stole, and neither are we, because this move is now ours. And I dare anyone to try and take it from me, because I took it from the people that I took it from Team Rocket, and Team Rocket took it from the people themselves. Anyways, as we come further down, we actually reach Route 5, and Route 5 is home to a couple new Pokemon. We're gonna go ahead and talk about them now. The first Pokemon you can catch here is the Fire-type Growlithe. Growlithe is an amazing Fire-type Pokemon, later evolving into Arcanine. Growlithe has pretty incredible speed, pretty incredible attack. Overall, it's just a really good Pokemon. The only downside is that it's you kind of have to wait a bit, because it's one of those Pokemon that evolves with a stone, and it learns some pretty good moves before it evolves. I believe it can only learn like Flamethrower and all those as a Growlithe. I will post it if I'm wrong, but it can only learn a couple moves as a Growlithe, and it's kind of varied in that regard. But if you're willing to stay with it, Arcanine is such an amazing Pokemon. Like, it is incredibly good. But yeah, good attack, good speed, great fire Pokemon. Definitely recommend it. Next Pokemon you can find here is a Vulpix. Vulpix is a fire Pokemon as well. It is, I guess it's considered like the opposite of Growlithe. It evolves into Ninetales, which is a badass looking Pokemon. Too bad the Pokemon itself isn't very good in most cases. For one, it's not very good in terms of attacking. It has pretty great special defense and a pretty great speed, but when it comes to like actually attacking on its own, it's gonna come just a little bit shy. Like, it's just not gonna do, it's gonna be just shy enough of like doing a good amount of damage. But yeah, I mean, if you're into it, it's a cool looking Pokemon. It can learn a couple psychic type moves, which kind of gives it a little bit of variety as opposed to a regular fire type. Definitely recommend raising one if you're just into how it looks. I, for one, think it's really cool. I'm not going to raise it this playthrough because it is a Let's Go Eevee exclusive, and I'm not raising any exclusive Pokemon. So yeah, that's that for that one. The next Pokemon you can catch here is one I just caught, and one you can see on screen right here, Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff, the normal fairy type Pokemon, later evolving into Wigglytuff. It is the balloon Pokemon. It is very cute. It's pretty okay all around. It doesn't really excel in one stat too much. I like Jigglypuff. It's a very cute Pokemon. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It can learn quite a large range of moves. It's just, you know, it's probably a kind of a less good Clefairy, if that makes any sense. But either way, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff are so cute. It doesn't matter if they're not very good because they're just adorable, and that's what you should raise them for. But either way, you can catch these Pokemon here. I mean, I like Jigglypuff. Just look at it. Look at it on screen. Look at it. Look at it just bounce around. Anyways, the next Pokemon you can catch here is actually going to be Abra. Abra is a Psychic-type Pokemon, later evolving into Kadabra, and if you can trade it with a friend, it evolves into Alakazam. Abra, Kadabra, and Alakazam are no joke. These Psychic-type Pokemon will get it done. It doesn't have very much physical defense, but it has a good amount of special defense, incredible speed, and incredible special attack. It is a force to be reckoned with. In any playthrough I fight against an Alakazam, I am terrified because that thing will wipe the floor with Pokemon if you're not ready. Alakazam is such a good Pokemon. I wish I could raise it, but it's just something that I couldn't bring myself to do this playthrough just because I wanted to avoid using Alakazam or any Pokemon that needs to be traded, really. I wanted to avoid using, but even if you can only get it to Kadabra, Kadabra is still really good. It has good speed and pretty good special attack. But yeah, if you're able to get one fully all the way up, I recommend it. It's so good. And then the last Pokemon we're actually going to find here is a Pokemon that you can, is a special spawn. It was actually supposed to be brought up in Mount Moon, but I didn't. Chansey. Chansey is a normal type Pokemon. It has really good health and literally nothing else. Every other stat I think is, I think it has pretty good special attack, and then it has like 5 attack, 5 defense, 5 special attack. It's not good. It was good in like the original, but it's pretty trash. It's a trash Pokemon. It's not even like, oh, if you like it. It's literally gonna do nothing but stall. And I mean, if you're okay with that, go ahead. But I'm not. So moving on. Anyways, as we reach the end of Route 5, it extends a little bit, but for now, we're gonna talk to this. I'm the daycare lady. I look after Pokemon and raise the Pokemon of trainers who leave them here. What would you like to do? You can actually drop off Pokemon and they will be raised while you're just kind of waiting around. I'm just gonna drop off Jigglypuff here and come back for her at the end of our journey just to see how many levels it grows. Oh, it's so cute. You can actually breed Pokemon too. This guy will actually you can actually breed Pokemon, but we'll get into that in the post game while we explain that, or maybe. Well, typically breeding is just like, I mean, you breed Pokemon for competitive, or you breed it because you want shiny, or you want just a baby Pokemon. But that's all breeding is. I'm not really gonna get into the semantics of it, really. We might post game, we might not. It's just something I don't really pay attention to. But either way, now that we're done with all that explanation, we are going to come over here and see Trip. Oh, hey Ivan. Why did I say Trip? I meant to say Trace. Seems like we can't get past through the gate there. But the underground path to take us to Vermilion City. It's a bit dark and spooky though. Huh? Hold on, hold still. One sec, Ivan. Oh, I don't like this. I don't consent. I was wondering what sparkly thing was there stuck in your hair. And we got a revive. A revive was in our hair? What does that mean? Oh my god. And he gives us a couple revives. What a nice guy. He eats glue, but he's a nice glue eater. Maybe those will help you when you take on the next gym. Huh? Are those SS tickets you have? Yeah, here, you can have one. I mean, whatever. You gave me 2 revives, I give you a multi-million-dollar ticket. Huh? Are you sure I can have this? You know I'm definitely going, right? Where'd you get this anyway? You got it from the talking Pokemon? Oh, what? Oh, it was a person after all. I guess that's good to hear. Huh? Let's just forget about that whole thing, okay? I'll press on ahead. See you there. Alrighty, and with that, we go through the underground path. Now, the underground path is quite the dungeon. All we really do in the underground path is walk. It's a really small tunnel. I know they wanted to do this because they wanted to make the game more linear, make you follow like a certain path, because they didn't want you to go to Saffron City, which is right below Cerulean City. They wanted you to go to Vermilion City because that's where the third gym is, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe they could just swap the locations, I guess. The lighting's not great in the underground path. People drop a lot of things down there here. Yeah, and actually Fire Red and Leaf Green, you could actually like find just a crap ton of random items in the underground paths in the game, but either way. Leaving, we approach Route 6, and I don't believe there's any new Pokemon here. But anyways, it doesn't matter, because I'm actually going to call it quits for today. We have been recording for about 21 minutes, which will size up to a nice 20-minute video. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. Thank you. Again, I can't say that enough. Thank you guys for supporting me. I literally didn't know that rare candy was there. I just 100% was just, whatever, I'll press AO on this empty patch of grass. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Just one more thing before we go. We're going to do just one thing. Just one thing. We're going to use this item on Legaicris and grow her to level 20 and see what happens. Brutally vicious and enormously destructive, known for totally destroying cities in ancient times. The atrocious Pokemon Gyarados. This thing is a monster. This thing is just such a great Pokemon. Ours is thick with 4 Cs. It's great physical water-type Pokemon. Before 4th generation, before they had moves that were physical water-type moves, this thing kinda didn't really get to shine as much, but as soon as they introduced that physical special split and gave this thing moves like Waterfall, Ice Fang, and other moves like that, this thing started just wrecking. I love this Pokemon. I'm really glad to have it on our team, and I'm finally glad to have our Legaicris be a strong boy. I mean a strong girl. Anyways, thank you guys for sticking with me. We'll see you in the next episode where we use the Legaicris and take him out for a spin. See you guys then.